All right, let's just jump right into it. I've got a question for you, and I need you to be really honest with yourself. Now, seriously, when was it? And I'm not talking about sitting down for an hour to just scroll through your feed. I mean, those tiny little harmless interruptions. Like, just checking a notification, that little ping that you feel in your pocket, and you have to look. Or maybe you're just switching songs, right? Trying to find that perfect track for your workout or study session. And what about this one? Replying real quick. The classic excuse we all tell ourselves, right? It'll only take a second. So, if that little series of questions made you feel a little uncomfortable, good. Because that feeling, that little squirm, that's exactly what we're talking about today. It's the core of the problem. See, this thing that's quietly eating away at your ability to concentrate, it actually has an aim. And believe me, it has a hidden cost that you are probably paying every single day without even realizing it. It's called context switching. And listen, this isn't about trying to juggle like two huge projects at once. No. This is about all those tiny, constant little interruptions that slice your day up into a million tiny, unproductive pieces. So what does this actually look like? Well, it's this. You sit down to study, and maybe 5 minutes in, boom, you're checking your phone. Or you're watching a super important lecture, but you just have to open another tab. And of course, the classic. You're trying to do homework and you tell yourself you'll just reply to one message. Just one. But we all know it's never, ever just one, is it? Okay, and this right here, this is the key insight that most of us completely miss. You might think, oh, it's just a small break. But your brain, it doesn't see it that way at all. To your brain, it's a full-on system reset. It has to completely shut down what it was doing and then reboot a totally different program. Every single time. And if you want to know the real cost, here it is in black and white. It can take anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes to get back into a state of deep focus after just one little interruption. So think about that. If you check your phone every 10 minutes while you're trying to study, well, you do the math. You're never actually getting into that deep focus zone at all, ever. And this is why trying to work can feel so exhausting. I love this analogy. It's like trying to go for a run, but you stop every 10 steps to bend down and tie your shoes. I mean, how far would you get? You'd be totally gassed, but you wouldn't have gone anywhere. That is exactly what context switching is doing to your brain. All effort, no progress. And here's where it gets a little scary. This isn't just a bad habit that you can easily shake off. Over time, doing this again and again, it literally changes how your brain is wired. You are actively training it to be distracted. I mean, just think about what we feed our brains all day long. It's this endless fire hose of fast, cheap dopamine, TikToks, Reels, Shorts, notifications. Ping, ping, ping. Your brain gets so used to this constant, high-speed stimulation that it starts to crave it. It needs its next hit. So there's this huge disconnect, right? On one hand, you're telling yourself, hey, look at me. I'm an amazing multitasker. I'm so productive. But what's your brain actually experiencing? Just constant, tiring, exhausting restarts. It's like you think you're flying, but your brain is just stuck on a treadmill. So what happens when you finally do try to sit down and do something that requires quiet, sustained focus, like reading a book or really studying for a test? Well, your newly rewired brain absolutely freaks out. It's like it's screaming, wait, where's the music? Where's the fast-moving video? This is so boring. This is unbearable. And that feeling, that deep-seated discomfort, that's what makes you grab your phone. And the cycle starts all over again. And look, I'm really not just pointing fingers here. I know this cycle so well because I was stuck in it for years. I would study for hours on end, feel completely drained by the end of it, and have basically nothing to show for it. My focus was just shattered. But then, I found a super simple rule that honestly changed everything for me. Okay, so we've talked about the problem, this brain that's been rewired for distraction. The big question is, what do we do about it? And the solution, thankfully, isn't some super complicated productivity system. It's actually just one simple rule that works by basically forcing you to focus. The rule is this simple. Ready? One task, one window, one session. That's it. It sounds almost too simple, right? But believe me, in the world we live in today, this is a revolutionary act. It's all about carving out a tiny little space for single tasking in a world that is screaming at you to do a million things at once. All right, so here's the practical breakdown. And these are the non-negotiables. First, choose one subject. Not two, one. Second, use one tab on one device. Close all the other ones. I'm serious. Third, and this is huge, put your phone in another room. Physically, get it out of your sight. This isn't about testing your willpower, it's about removing the temptation altogether. Then, set a timer, say 25 to 45 minutes. And for that block of time, you do not switch. No exceptions, period. Now, I gotta warn you, the first couple of times you try this, your brain is going to scream at you. You're gonna feel this intense, restless itch to just check something, anything. But here's the secret. You have to reframe that feeling. That itch isn't a sign that you should stop. It's the price you pay to get into the focus zone. Think of it like a withdrawal symptom from all that cheap dopamine. It means your focus muscle, which has been asleep for a long time, is finally starting to wake up. Okay, so how do you actually make this a real habit without just getting overwhelmed and quitting on day one? The trick is to start ridiculously small. So let's just talk about your very first deep session. Your goal for the day is just one. That's it. One clean, uninterrupted session. I'm not asking for a whole day of this stuff, not even a whole morning. Just one. Because that one session is like a keystone. It proves to your brain, hey, we can do this, and that makes the next one just a little bit easier. And there's some cool psychology behind why this works so well. When you tell your brain, look, we only have to do this for like 30 minutes, it stops fighting you so hard. It can handle anything if it knows there's an end in sight, right? You're basically building trust with yourself. You're teaching your brain that deep focus isn't some scary, endless prison. It's just a temporary state that actually feels pretty good. So, let's make this real. Let's move this from just an idea to something you actually do. So I'm going to leave you with this one question. Don't worry about tomorrow or next week. Just think about tonight. What is the one thing you will do for one deep session tonight? Because that's it. That's where it all begins. That's how you start to take your focus back.